Welcome to InspireHER, the program designed to uplift, empower, and transform women's lives. Broadcasting from the School of Eloquence here in Ikoyi, Lagos on the Achievement Channel, Nigeria's first and 100% motivational TV station. Today's episode is titled Health and Wellness, Prioritizing Your Well-Being. In the fast-paced rhythm of Nigerian life, women often give to everyone else and forget themselves. But today, we'll explore how to put your health first, from physical fitness and nutrition to stress management, self-care, and advocacy for your healthcare needs. Leading today's conversation is no other person than myself, Onome Igugu, a strong voice for women's empowerment and personal growth. With me is my co-host Ngozi Ochuba, a seasoned pharmacist, wellness advocate, and midlife reinvention coach who is passionate about helping women prioritize their health and wholeness. Get ready for 35 to 45 minutes of practical strategies, real talk, and inspiration to help you care for the most important resource you have, which is yourself. This is InspireHER on the Achievement Channel, and let's begin. As women, a lot of the times we usually pour into our loved ones, our families, our communities, our career, but we do not have time for ourselves. And that's why we're having this conversation today, talking about health and wellness, prioritizing our health. And to do that conversation with me, we have Madam Ngozi here in the studio, who's an authority in that field, and she's going to be doing justice in that conversation. All right. So I wouldn't say that I am perfect. I will say I'm also guilty, because most times when I say, you need to take care of yourself, you need to do this and you need to do that, we read a lot of things online, go on WhatsApp, sharing broadcasts. When we go back indoor, we do nothing. Yes. So what does it mean exactly to prioritize our health as women?
Onome, thank you so much for having me again today.
All right, you're welcome.
Okay, I think I should start by telling us what health is. Health is actually a state, a state of physical, mental, social, emotional, and spiritual well-being. It is not just the absence of disease, That is how WHO describes it or defines it. So talking about prioritizing our health is putting our health, aspects of our health, putting our health in the front burner where it should be. Because women need to understand, and even everybody, you need to understand that once the health is not there, nothing else will work.
And everything that we're trying to protect will suffer.
Everything would go down. So it's a topic that is apt and it's very important. And the truth is that women are really, really guilty of this. Women need to know that they have to place their health on top of the list of their to-do. Very important.
So as a woman, where do we exactly start from? Because, we do a lot of things. So whether it's the home, so do we take care of our health as we drink water? So I really want to understand what it means to take care of your health. Okay, because you know how we take our dailies, like you're drinking water, you're eating food. How often should we check on ourselves? How often should we take care of our health? Do we just go on weekly visits? Do we go on monthly visits? How often? Because it's easy to say take care of your health, but how do we go about it? Because understanding is key.
Your health is part and parcel of your everyday life, everyday being. So every day you should listen to your body. When you wake up in the morning, I guess you would listen to your body. You would look in again, checking on yourself and know how you feel that day. I always think there's a time I gave a talk and I called it Women and Their Martyr Mindset, where you give to everybody. You almost want to give your life, die for everybody and forget that you are human too. You're not a god. You are human like everybody, so your health is top priority on your checklist, because everything, like we just said now, depends on your health and well-being.
So are there some affordable ways that we can take care of our health?
People, when you talk about, for me, preventive health is it. Taking care of yourself has to do with being intentional about pushing back, preventing diseases from, coming on. So, and you know, there's this common saying that prevention is better than cure. The truth is that prevention is always cheaper. It's easier to do than trying to treat an ailment when it's already there. Because when one is already sick, your mood is affected, your body is in pain, your finances are affected, and you will not even be able to go out there, depending on what it is, to even make more money. So it's always cheaper to prevent. And if you're looking for affordable ways, because again, people always think that you have to have all the money to be able to take care of yourself. Because when you talk about taking care of yourself, people are looking at the spa visits, they are looking at the expensive hospitals.
Yes.
But even where you are, start from where you are. Even in your environment, start from making sure that your environment is it's very clean. Because if your environment is dirty, that is a risk factor for diseases. You can get sick. So when we talk about health, there are different aspects of health, like we've talked about in the definition. You look at your physical health. The physical health is your body, what we all see, the working of your body organs, the system, making sure they're efficient, and you are able to carry out your day-to-day activities, you know, effortlessly. So for the physical health, there are many components for you to take care of the aspects of the physical health. You have to look at your nutrition. You have to look at rest and sleep. Then you have to look at medical checkups. You know, so and you have to look at exercise. Those are the things you can do to take care of your physical health. And these things you don't have to break the bank. When we talk about exercise, we simply mean keep moving.
It doesn't mean you have to go to the gym.
It doesn't mean you have to go to the gym. And if you can go to the gym, that's
Why
a plus
not?
too.
Yes.
Keep moving, don't live a sedentary life. Don't just sit in one place. So how do you move? You can decide to take the flight of stairs in your office. At home, you walk up the stairs. You can even decide to do 5 minutes, 10 minutes walk, 30 minutes walk in the morning. Maybe in your estate where you live, you can join friends to do that. That way, you're not only even working on your physical health, the social aspect comes in as well. Then carrying weights, very important actually. So for those who go to the gym, that is very good, because you need to maintain your muscle mass. You know, as we age, our muscle we lose muscle mass, and muscle mass is directly proportional to quality of life. In that, it will get to a stage if the muscles and bones and joints are weak, even doing simple things like bending down to pick up something becomes a problem. So you need to work on your muscle mass so that you can be independent for as long as possible. You understand? So that may warrant going to the gym for those who can afford going to the gym. But if you can't go to the gym, there are so many ways to do that in your home. You can do squats, you can do push-ups. Go to YouTube. There are lots of exercises that help build your muscle without instruments, and you can do that in the comfort of your home. That way you're not spending any money. You probably spend a little on data to familiarize yourself with this home workouts. Then I talked about nutrition.
Yes.
Nutrition, yes, food is expensive in Nigeria, but there are ways to go about it.
Especially healthy food.
Healthy food. I think most of the time we make the food unhealthy ourselves. So healthy food, unhealthy food. If you can afford unhealthy food, then why can't you afford the healthy? Because we actually take the healthy food and make it unhealthy. For example, if you buy your fish and you decide that you have to keep frying it all the time, you've bought something very healthy, but you've decided to make it unhealthy for yourself by deep frying it. So the method of preparation
is key.
So you don't need to break the bank. In Nigeria, we are so blessed. Every season there's a fruit in season. Take as much of that when it's available. You don't need to go start looking for the expensive fruits. Take your water leaf, the ugu leaf. You know, we have a lot of leaves, and when they are in season, enjoy them. Steam them Add them to your food, add them to your salad, enjoy that. Then we talked about method of cooking. Reduce oil. A lot of us, we take a lot of oil.
I'm guilty.
Now what oil, when you fry food,
Yes.
it comes out tastier. But just know that too much oil begins to increase your cholesterol. And that begins to affect your arteries. And that begins to affect the cardiovascular system. Then people begin to develop high blood pressure, heart diseases, and so on. So that is why we keep saying prevention is key. I talked about sleep, right? Rest and sleep. That's non-negotiable. The ideal thing is to sleep 7 hours a day. So as much as possible at night, as much as possible, let's try to get quality sleep. Arrange yourself in such a way that whatever you have to do, you are intentional about going to bed early.
Even if it means you have to put alarm on your phone, because sometimes I think that we bring work into the home. So even though we spent a lot of the whole day working, we get home and we continue same work. You understand?
Remember, we forget the toll it's taking on our body.
Exactly.
And that when you fall sick, you will not even be efficient at that work anymore.
True.
And your office will miss you. So, like I said, there's so many ways to do these things without breaking the bank. So, health, I know things are tight, things are expensive, but there are affordable ways of doing this. Sleeping, you don't need to pay money to sleep. It's just for you to plan yourself well, make your environment conducive, take away the gadgets, the television. You should have a time where you put off all your gadgets.
Take away distractions.
Yes, the discipline, and just go to bed. If you're the type that is finding it difficult to fall asleep, exercise more. You exercise in the morning and at night. Take a warm bath. Play soft music. Put up the lights. Lie down there, and I'm sure with time you start finding sleep.
Yeah, I'm happy you mentioned that some people find it difficult to sleep, right? Because I also have someone who finds it difficult to sleep. So even after exercising and all, so I really do not understand it, whether it's gadgets, whether it's people around, because you see this individual just lying on the bed, right? I can't sleep. I've been lying down for an hour or two and she's still not sleeping. So in a situation like that, what exactly is the problem? Because she feels that, she's left the device on her bedside, she's turned off the light, but she's still not able to sleep.
In a situation like that, where you've done what you can, you've done the simple things you can and the sleep is still not coming, then that needs to be escalated to a doctor. In a situation like that, the person might have to go on medication to help the person sleep.
Okay.
The doctor will listen to you and make sure there are no emotional or mental issues too. Because sometimes it could even be that the blood pressure is high, because as simple as the blood pressure being high will make it difficult for one to fall asleep. And you may not know that that is the problem. So when you've done the things you should do and the sleep is still not coming, it's time to consult a doctor.
All right. Then while you're also talking, I remember I don't know, I'm sure a lot of people know her. I can't remember her name, but I just know she's 75 years old. And they call her the 75-year-old grandma. You've seen her online.
The ma on Instagram. Yes, on Instagram. She does a lot of workout.
And
I follow her too.
Yeah, I think she's very inspiring. Aside her age and everything, it's all about being intentional. And that's what you've been talking about: rest, sleep, nutrition, and all that. This is someone at her age. And there was something she said which is very profound. You mentioned it as well. She said that she wanted a situation where even as she gets older, she's able to do things on her own. She's not asking for help. So even at 75, she's still able to bend down, she's still able to squat and do a couple of things. And I think that's the goal for a lot of individuals or a lot of women. But the difference between us and that woman is action.
You've said it all. When you look at it, we are talking about affordability of health for women, right? Okay, look at the woman you just gave as an example. At 75, she's lifting weights, she's working out, she's taking life easy, she's making sure she's getting enough sleep. No matter the cost for this, you cannot compare it with the cost of maybe being in the hospital bed and buying expensive drugs and taking treatment for a disease, So it's always cheaper for one to do preventive health care self-care.
All right.
That's the way to go.
Okay, we need to go on a short break. When we come back, we will continue this conversation. We'll be talking about busy moms, how busy moms can actually prioritize their health. So do stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Are you in governance?
You need public speaking.
Are you in business?
You need public speaking.
Are you a professional?
You need public speaking.
Now you too can learn how to overcome nervousness and speak with confidence before any audience at the School of Eloquence, the home of public speaking.
Attend our practical and training one-on-one coaching with West Africa's only certified speaking professional at any of our centers in Lagos and Abuja.
To register, call 0802 3032 066 or 0706 1606 078 or log on to our website schoolofeloquence.org. School of Eloquence,
teaching the world to speak.
All right, so welcome back. We're still talking about health and wellness and talking about women, how we can prioritize our health. And doing the conversation with me is Madam Ngozi. All right, so like I said before we went went on break, we're talking about busy moms. How can busy moms actually prioritize their health?
Okay, this is a very good one. You can't be too busy to take care of yourself because your efficiency and effectiveness has to do with how good you are, how fit you are.
True.
So women need to understand that self-care, it's not being selfish. So you can't keep postponing it, taking care of yourself because other things have to be taken care of first. And women need to also understand that taking care of yourself, self-care is not luxury. There should be that mindset shift. It is not luxury, it is a necessity. So when it comes to taking care of your health, the way you plan for every other thing in the house, women sit down, they have planned for school fees, they have planned how they are going to do bulk shopping, they have planned how they are going to take their children for immunization, they have planned everything. But in all this plan, there's nothing about their health. That is so wrong because all these things you've listed out you're going to do, if you are not there, if you fall sick, just look at this reality check. If you break down and you're in the hospital, all these things you would want to do because you want to give your best to your loved ones, they'll either be on hold or somebody else will have to do them and maybe not do them as you want it to be done. Or they may never even be done. Like the businesses you're trying to set up may never be set up again because your health is compromised. So self-care, health check, I don't even understand when somebody says, I'm too busy. You're too busy doing what? You need to be alive to do those things you want to do. And I always tell women, you want to pour so much. From where? An empty cup?
No, it's not possible.
So you have to first be fit before you can help others. So when you're budgeting, budget for your health.
All right.
So at the beginning of the year, you should have already have decided, when am I having my annual health check? Is it before Christmas or is it on my birthday? Is it a birthday gift to me? And make plans for the funds for that. Then when we're talking about activity, why don't you just wake up even if it's 15 minutes earlier and have your own time, my me time, where you do your stretches and do some little exercise, flexibility to make sure your body is moving well, it's fine. And when women have symptoms, you find out a woman keeps saying, I have a nagging headache, but I'm going to be fine. Let me just take a break for 2 minutes. And she's up cooking, running up and down, doing everything. But you don't think it's important to go to the hospital and check out what it is. Because we've had cases of women postponing symptoms. And by the time they get to the hospital finally, I told that they have stage 4 cancer. And the doctor is saying, if only you came 3 months ago, it would have been able to save you. So all those people you love so much that you're working so hard for, what will happen if you don't make it? What about the growing children? So you can't be too busy for your health. Just make sure you have plans. You have to assess yourself. You have to be intentional and you have to put structures. You have to have plans for yourself.
what you said earlier just reminded me of a post I saw on Instagram a couple of weeks ago of a lady who said, "Oh, I'm tired." I think she was an event planner. So I'm tired. I think I'll take a couple of. She said she was going to take 2 or 3 days rest after the events that she had that weekend. Apparently, she slept and didn't wake up. So that was actually her last post. So it just reminds us again of the need, actually, the very important need to rest.
For regular medical checkup.
Yes, and just like we were talking about symptoms earlier, if there are symptoms, go check yourself.
So that means that woman could have been having some symptoms. Even the burnout would have been obvious, but she was pushing herself because she didn't want the events to suffer.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, you can see what happened.
Yeah. So what are some of the health issues we women face?
Okay, for we women, most of the time the health issues have to do with our stages in life.
Okay.
But for women especially women that are up to like 40 in their midlife, you see chronic diseases like blood pressure. You see blood pressure, you see diabetes. Then the cancers are there, cervical cancer, which is you can only find in women. It's only women that have cervix. Then breast cancer. These cancers are contributing a high percentage to mortality in women, even here in Nigeria. Then what about reproductive health issues and maternal health issues? A lot of women die from childbirth. These are deaths that are preventable. Just going for antenatal checkup can prevent some of these deaths we see from women during childbirth. So it just takes us back to what we've been saying. Women need to have, every woman should be intentional about their health. They should be their own health advocates. You should take yourself for medical checkup. You don't wait for anybody to come and save you. It's something you do not just for yourself, but for your loved ones, for your family, for your children, and for that business you put in so much into.
How can we advocate for our own health needs?
You have to, to advocate for yourself, you have to sit down and do a check-in on yourself. Know what issues, what are the things bothering you, know how your body feels, so that when you get to the hospital, you should ask the right questions. You should not shy away from asking all the questions. You can even go with a notebook. As you're asking those questions you have jotted down, you are also writing down the feedback you're getting from your healthcare practitioner, the doctor, the nurse, or the pharmacist, the instructions you have been given. Be your own advocate. When you feel that you're not getting the answers and the solutions you need, there's nothing wrong with seeking a second opinion. Even if you need to seek a third opinion, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, what you said again just reminded me of my late mother-in-law. She's someone who's very detailed. So everything that happens to her, she writes down. So when she's going to the hospital to see her doctor, she takes her notes and she's reading it one point. You understand? She's able to tell you that her blood pressure read blah, blah, blah yesterday. Midday, he read this. In the evening, he read that. That's someone who was very
intentional.
Yes,
and advocating for her stuff. She wasn't waiting for anybody to come and help. And we should all learn about simple diseases. We should all learn about simple numbers. What should be the right number for my blood pressure? You're talking about advocacy. Instead of investing all the time in the designer's bag, invest in health gadgets. Invest in simple health monitors like blood pressure machines. And for those that are diabetic or have diabetes in their lineage, invest in blood sugar monitors, scales, These are simple things you can invest in. They don't cost so much, but it will help you to monitor and keep track. Just like a car, when you have a car, once in a while, every 3 months or 6 months, you go for service. So if you're so detailed about taking your car for service, you are much more than the car. You are the one who owns the car. once you hear that something is going to go wrong with your car, you quickly go and fix that. But you keep postponing when you feel there's a headache, when you feel I don't feel too good, the way I feel is not it. You just keep managing yourself, but you're not managing the car. Meanwhile, you are more important than the car.
All right, final word for women watching us right now.
So for women watching us, I would say self-care. Like I always say, it's not luxury. It's a necessity. And women, you cannot keep giving excuses why you can't exercise. Thank you. You just mentioned about the woman,
The 75-year-old woman.
the 75-year-old grandma, right? That we see online. Women must learn to exercise. It is not show off, because sometimes women think that those people going to the gym or working out, they are just trying to show off. It is not, because exercise does a lot for your health. Exercise helps manage diseases. The outcomes are better when you exercise. When you exercise, your mood is lifted, because when you exercise, the hormones you release are hormones that they call happy hormones. They elevate your mood, they calm your nerves. So when you exercise, it helps you manage your weight. When you exercise, it helps your joints to be more flexible. So it means it helps you to maintain better balance, better posture, and we're talking about being independent for as long as possible. So women must learn to exercise. Women must learn to eat right and eat healthy. Women must learn to say no. You mustn't say yes to every invitation. Take that time out and rest and spend some quality time with yourself. Check in on yourself. Have your me time. The time you plan where you go to have your break, have some rest, and also spend time with your family. All these little things, if you do them, you find out that they add up. It's not about being perfect, but these little things you do every day, it adds up in the long term. It's like saving money in a bank for the rainy day. Every day you put in 100 naira. In a month, that amounts to something. So the little workouts, the little eating right, the little resting, the little having time for yourself and saying no, all those checkups, they eventually add up. So as you age, you find out, you hear the word aging gracefully. So you age gracefully and remain radiant even till your very old age.
Yeah, and of course I want to age gracefully, so I'm going to do some of the things that she had said. Thank you again, Madam Ngozi.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Remember, as women, when we nurture our bodies and minds, we unlock the strength to nurture our families, communities, and dreams. Let's continue this important conversation. Follow us on all our social media platforms at Achievement Channel on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for more inspiring content and updates. Use the hashtag We See Possibilities and share your thoughts with us. This is InspireHER. When you inspire her, you inspire the world. See you next time.
And my name is Chioma Odinze, representing Casafina Development, a real estate firm in Lagos, and I'm giving a shout out to Achievement Channel. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Olufemi Shey. I'm CEO of Casafina Development. I'd like to tell you this: keep watching Achievement Channel.
Hello, my name is Roma Daniels. This is Achievement Channel. Please keep watching Achievement Channel, the first and only motivational channel in the country.